Vale, vale, ya está. Hemos vuelto. Darwin. Henry, acaba ya con esto.
Did that hurt?
Marco, pórtate bien, ¿Te quedarás socado en el suelo, por favor? Por fin.
You kicked that old bastard's ass, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
You shouldn't speak so disrespectfully about Master Otter. He fought bravely.
No need to get worked up about it. You've got to savor the victory, haven't you? Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward.
All right?
Estoy desnudo. Estoy desnudo. Vamos un poco jodidos. Ha hecho daño, ¿eh? A ver, señor, dinos, ¿quién trabaja con cobre? No está todavía, chaval. Voy a dormir. Aún recuerdo cuando había stream de calidad en este canal. ¿Ya qué llamas tú stream de calidad? Ha llovido mucho. ¿A DVD?
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad. It's worked wonders for my trade.
And will Otter sell?
I don't know, but the way things are looking now, his
La
trade
de
will
las
soon be
sofás
dead
2,
as a
por
doornail
ejemplo.
anyway.
¡Que no me ha llegado! ¡Déjalo! ¡Déjalo!
I'm glad your trade is going well.
Lo haces a posta.
Now, about our little deal.
Ah, that little matter. Right.
Pierdo las mejores. Vas a tener aquí de las sofás 2 la semana que viene, fijo. Y como me cabré, será un non-stop.
So, out with it. How was it all arranged?
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling
Cuando
to
ya me lo
himself.
haya visto.
There was a knight with him too.
Oh, entonces
but he
podrás
didn't give his
spoilearme y trolearme.
name. They told me what I had to do,
Piénsalo.
how much
No
I
sabré
get
si
for
me
it,
dices
and
una
I had to
mentira
keep
o
my
no.
mouth shut.
Lástima
Where
con
can
lo
I
bien que
find
me
this rapper?
caías.
Or the knight?
I don't know exactly,
Vale.
but I've always left the wagon with
Malditos
the goods
corte
behind the
inglés de
monastery
mierda.
on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Lo vea o no te trolearé igual.
Goodbye.
Lo sé. No espero menos de ti. A ver, echa vistazo al lugar donde se entregan los materiales. Vale. Eso es... ¿dónde? Entrega los materiales. Y no sabrás si lo he visto. ¡Oli, Fafiro! Fafiro. Fafiro. Paga de Witness. Gástate 10.000 puntos y lo juego. ¿Qué te parece? Estoy ahorrando, dame tiempo.
Good men, good wives, come have a look. Don't be shy. You'll never see such fine links.
Voy a hablar con el manse Feifar. Espera, no. Que tengo que ir a hablar con el manse Feifar. Que tengo que volver a Ratats. Ir a hablar con el maese Feifar. Ah, que el maese Feifar está aquí, vale. Echa un vistazo al lugar donde se entregan los materiales, que es arriba a tomar por culo. Vale, vamos a hablar con el maese Feifar, que está. Es de puzzles y es sublime, yo me lo pasé. Pretencioso, dice el otro.
What do you need?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in.
Right.
So what have you found out?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really?
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's
Que lo
yard.
diga, que lo
He supplies the
escuche,
counterfeiters.
lo
Do
reviento.
you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapporteur collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those
Se ha oído,
counterfeiters
se ha
have to
oído.
have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
Se va a romper el amor
That's a
sefinefis.
sophisticated word. There's a man I know who
Sigo
works
sin
at
saber
the
qué ha
monastery
dicho,
yard.
pretencioso, sí,
Master engraver
precisamente.
Jerome of
Eso.
Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
El amor
No, that's
sefineflis se ha roto.
I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have
Ah,
heard.
gracias.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask
No
with
me...
tact.
No, espera.
I don't want him getting offended,
No me desconectes el cable
and I
de
prefer
internet
you not
otra
to
vez.
mention me at all.
No,
I'll try to think of something.
That's
all.
Sweet Mother of God. I must
buscando un
find out
diccionario, dame
any
unos momentos. Vámonos. Examinar el taller de grabado. Vale, pero... Vale, sí, me encanta. Madre mía. Para algo en lo que Sefi tiene razón. Para algo. Me he perdido. Genánimos, creo que no hablas de lo mismo. O sí, no lo sé. Encima hoy va a dormir en el sofá. ¿Y por qué va a dormir ahí en el sofá? Que sea pretencioso no quita que sea un juego. Pues. Ni ese ni ningún otro. El de Witness es pretencioso. Vale, es que como lo has comentado tan espontáneamente después de toda la conversación, ha sido como está hablando de lo mismo. Pues yo le daba. ¿A qué no le dabas tú, Netflix?
Yeah.
Toma, contra el arbusto, toma. A mi vecina. Y yo, cabrón, qué feo. Hostia. Pobre señora.
Sí, es verdad, la cámara está despejada, ¿ves?
Sí, la cámara está despejada. Pero esta no. Esta está normal. Esta está despejada. Tocado de puerta.
Vale.
Es aquí, pero ¿dónde? Examinar el taller de grabado. Va. Es de las pocas streamers que pone más el juego que la cam. Aplaudo. Es que no me gusta nada que... No me gusta nada ni los overlays, ni la propia cam, ni nada. Es que me parece que son tremendamente intrusivos para el juego, que es lo que se supone que estás enseñando. Hasta cierto punto, vale, pero a partir de uno es como súper invasivo, ¿no? Me gusta.
Good health to you.
Por eso intento poner la cámara en pequeñito, aunque luego se vea de puta pena.
How goes the work, master?
Getting there.
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh,
vais.
we engrave wood and stone as well as metal.
A mí me molan siempre
Here
que
in
no
the
tapen el
monastery,
juego.
it's mostly about
Precisamente.
decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, master.
Precisamente.
You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm
Hay
usually
juegos
here with my
hoy en
apprentice
día que
Florian.
ya tienen un
Of course,
hoof
by simple
pequeñito
observation, you'll note
que
that
te
this is
permite
not
poner los
currently the
overlays
case,
y tal,
and I'm here
para
alone.
que no quede en
Which
plan
means
súper
that either
invasivo.
I'm a
Luego hay
liar or
gente que lo
something
tiene
out of the
súper cargado,
ordinary
¿no?
has
Y
occurred.
eso no me mola.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
A ver,
Jesus
que hay en el
Christ,
stream que
plague.
solo voy a ver la
Do
cam.
remain calm. I'm
Maldito
quite certain
autobús.
the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical
Pobres.
proportions.
Pobrecito. ¿Quién es el tal Florian? Hablar con Florian, el aprendiz de grabador.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he
Paranoias de
has
persecución.
delusions
Vale, este es
of
el tío al que estamos
persecution.
buscando.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though
¿En
I
su
would
cofre?
ever sneak into it. In
¿Vale su
any
cofre?
case, why the interest?
Something like that.
May I ask?
I have a message for...
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt.
Ah.
En la bodega del pana.
Does Florian have...
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn.
A woman from the...
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel...
Do you have any idea what...
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that...
Thank you.
May the Lord watch
Celos.
over you.
Celos en la Edad Media. ¿El cofre de Florian cuál es? ¿Puedo abrir? ¿Puedo abrir el cofre? Echa un vistazo a donde se te... Habla con Florian. Habla con la madame de los baños. Ya, madre mía, cuántas cosas. Ay, va a pasar de la que estamos. Al otro lado. Oh. Petazo, chaval.
¿Hace?
Yeah. Yeah.
Que te está escuchando hacer el gilipollas. Que lo sepas.
Good God.
Vale,
I'd like
limpiarme
to-
la ropa, gente
Ajá.
pesada, madre mía.
I'm. Take care.
Vamos, de que me han atacado. Me he caído por un barranco que también me han atacado. Se te ensucia la ropa súper rápido. Bastante. Las mozas de baños harán como... A ver. Háblame de Florian, por favor.
I hear you're at odds with Apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther.
Arrebataron a mi Esther.
Poor girl. I shudder to think what's
He llevado a
become of
una
her.
chica.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but... And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling...
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian...
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relative. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do?
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's
Ahí está la bodega del panadero.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
Le
How's that
conté
then?
todo, no le contestó. Las
He wouldn't tell
traducciones.
me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got.
It sounds like you...
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child.
Vale.
Take care.
Vale. Vamos a hablar con este tipo. Casa del... Casa no. La bodega. ¿Puede ser aquí?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
You look quite sprightly.
What?
My name's Henry, and I'm making
And what do you want from...
Straight to the point then? All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters.
I can't say anything. I'll deny...
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
Me entero de
doesn't
todo,
matter.
chaval.
No, I suppose not. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I...
That doesn't begin to...
I don't care. Listen, I'll tell you everything.
What, so I'm to go searching for...
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what computer...
Vale.
Look, Florian, I'm sorry for what you're going through, honestly. But I'm not the only one who's after these people.
If Rapiter finds I've told you anything...
Not if I catch Rapiter first.
Yes, they found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started...
They?
Yes, Rapiter. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
How did you hand over?
Rapiter waited for me behind the church.
And did they let you?
Yes, although I don't really know why. They took me to a derelict farm.
So at least you know she's a...
Who knows? It was a while ago.
More a punch type?
They wear out over time.
Where will I find?
He's usually wherever...
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I...
All right. At least I know where to start.
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides...
I have my...
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then...
I suppose I better go.
Go. Take care now.
Pero ¿vamos a por la chica o no vamos a por la chica? Henry, ¿no vas a ir a por la chica? Encontrar a Rabota. No, no vamos a ir a porla. Una granja de Scalis. A ver dónde. Ah, chao. Vamos al punto A. Vamos. Ya. A ver qué hay. Pero al día siguiente. Para el tío.
Yeah!
Okay. No me apetece tener que hacerlo todo, ¿sabes?
A murderer! A shameless... Bring it on!
La gente advirtió el mal comportamiento. Que son bandidos, me cago en Dios. Estáis diciendo de mal comportamiento. Cogido. De lo que cojo. Las cerraduras han subido de nivel. Maravilloso. Vale, voy a examinar la zona. Hemos venido y ya está. Ya estamos matando gente. ¿Por qué no, Netflix?
Yeah.
Vamos a hablar con este señor que debería estar en la taberna. Tía. Perro haciendo TP. ¡Oh! ¿Tengo que comer? Creo que no.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the...
I see. That's certain.
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well.
Hablar con el maestro pintor de frescos. Vale. Mira. Hola. Tengo que hablar contigo.
Good day to you.
I hear you've had some problems with this.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month.
And who exactly are you talking about?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different
¿Qué te
reason
está
why they
pareciendo de
haven't
Last
got
of
the
Us 2?
quicksilver
¡Otro!
that they
¡Joder!
said. Once they said the goods
¡Otro!
never arrived.
Sé que lo hacéis a
Another
postre.
time that the wagon
Pero
carrying
es que
it
no
was
estoy
ambushed.
jugando al juego porque no lo
Then
tengo.
it went astray somewhere.
And you think
Puta
they're
vida.
not?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Sí lo tiene, tío, pero dice que no quiere enseñarlo. Ya, claro. Más quisieras. No
What do you need
posible.
quicksilver?
Yo lo recibí ayer, hijos de puta.
I don't. They do.
No, no lo tengo.
Mix up the red pigment for me.
De hecho, llegó un mensaje de que a lo mejor llegaba incluso el 24.
Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Todo, chaval.
Then be glad you
Oiga.
can. My eyes hurt just to imagine
Vale,
it.
vale, el Corte Inglés. Amenaza
That's all I
real.
need to know for now.
Ah,
Why not?
Oh, vida en la taberna, vale. No sé si lo... Que no tengo pasta. Espera. Toma. 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 Tengo dinero. Claro, porque están todos privislavis.
one bear.
Gracias. Encima soy pobre, hay que joderse. Tiene un libro que quiero leer.
God be with you.
I'm looking for some quicksilver.
Talk to my assistant.
Fine, thank you.
It was young Zmolla.
What?
Zmolla's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to...
Sweet.
Dead.
So is that the end of it?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead.
God bless. Even so.
I'm looking for some... Fine, thank you.
Take care.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Do you have any quick...
Who's asking?
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you...
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if...
It's not that I don't want to.
Can't you? In the Sasau monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to...
It's not.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery.
And then what? Did they threaten?
Not at first. They...
How did you hand it over?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they...
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my...
Very well.
May the Lord watch over you.
Well, yes, unfortunate.
There's always time for some dice.
Farewell. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
A tankard here!
A tankard of ale for me.
I'll be right back with that. My pleasure.
We'll see. I don't believe it!
The service is a bit slow here today.
That's it.
Where's my ale?
I've been sat here.
How much longer must I
no
wait?
Quicksilver anywhere.
What's the hold up? Hey, ale, here!
Yes, unfortunately.
Why not?
Take care now.
I'm just a stupid woman.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time. No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be so?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to...
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up and...
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into...
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up...
It's all the same.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me you just took...
That's not for me to know. So...
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard...
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian noble.
I think I've heard...
Can I ask?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible...
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment...
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me? Take care. God be with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop. Master Faithful was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop, the entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad.
The answer to my
here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Just when I wanted to lend my reason somewhere.
You. Get him! To arms!
Fucker! What are you doing here? Tired of life? Shite! Well then, was it worth it?
Is someone there? Well, I picked up.
Hand me the dollars. Put that sack there.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here? I'm here at the command of the Royal Hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm
sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that.
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzik Kobila.
You're a traitor.
The world is not so black and white, boy. We were on the same side for a while, but no longer. That is how it goes.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there's nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kobila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Please, please, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement. You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Hey, halt right there. Show me what you have.
Why? If you...
No.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself, if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
When I told her Tonda will take...
How are you?
I need the key to Jezek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end.
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink.
Just try not to mess it up.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
About time, too. How fair you?
God be with you, Henry. Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor...
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the...
Do you really want to question...
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do?
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about.
Very well, ask me anything.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it.
Do you think I couldn't have handled it?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when a foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But and there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading...
Old friends?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messenger.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position...
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going... We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop.
Crimps?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins.
Where can I find the recruiting?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau.
You said you gave them money.
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't...
This Eric,
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt...
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you...
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he...
I see.
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials, too, but he backed...
That'll do me.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir...
Why would Sir Radzig want your allegiance?
Vegetables! Fresh vegetables! Flour and eggs!
Hola, Fonseca. ¿Qué tal?
So what have you learned?
Also, there's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek...
So it's worse than I thought.
Why? Can't we...
No. If the church is true...
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack.
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn! So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me...
Mejor.
Well, I know Miller Simon at the Sasau mill.
There you are. Millers usually know what's going on behind the scenes. Go there and talk to him. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
As you command, sir.
¿Han ordenado lo de ir al monasterio? Espérate, han ordenado lo de ir al monasterio. ¿Dónde se reúnen los sayones? Preguntar al menino de Sazaba por los sayones. Preguntar al posadero de la taberna sur. Preguntar al molinero. ¿Qué mierda es esta? Preguntar a Tomás. Pues no me ha mandado lo de... Me voy a meter yo ahora a Ferarans con vosotros. Este no está con antiguo. ¿Qué piernas tiene Carlos? Peludas. Madre mía, qué... La taberna, claro, de lo que parece. Pero... yo esto. ¿La taberna es esta? Pues nada. Hay que averiguar esto. Los sayones para... no sé si para venir ya a Brannick o para colgarnos al monasterio. Es la forma de atraer a los viewers ya. No lo creo. No creo. Pero bueno, en fin. Vamos a dejarlo aquí. Todo esto va para largo. Es un coñazo de juego. Pero todavía no nos hemos colado en el monasterio. Sí, chavales. Fones, o si te quieres gastar los puntos, lo apuntamos para el próximo. Y si no, te aviso cuando vaya a jugar algo. Vamos directamente con el OBS y gastas los puntos, si quieras. Es que por alguna razón el OBS va bien con la Play, pero no va bien con los juegos del ordenador. Así que... pues aquí se queda una trama entera del Kingdom Comes. Eso es porque no es el de las sofás. Flis, por favor. Estás muy cerca del baneo. Muy cerca. Buenas noches, chicos. Pasad buena noche. No soñéis con el señor del reparto trayéndoos el clown, eso es muy cruel. Bye, bye. ¿Qué da? Me dice. Mira, se despide la mano. ¡Hasta luego!